Moxley and Kingston versus the Good Brothers on St. Patrick's Day Slam on AEW Dynamite. As the continuing saga of the Pro Wrestling Shared Universe Reborn continues, Moxley and Kingston's storyline with Kenny Omega has put on a little bit of a side here as it continues to feud with his fellow associates, the Good Brothers of BC USA, though they're no longer the Impact Tag Champs because they lost them to Finju, so that's kind of awkward for them to be told, hey, we're going to bill you as the Tag Team Champs, but we're not the Tag Team Champs anymore. We lost to New Japan. Oh. Okay, that's probably going to be awkward. And this match was about less than 10 minutes, unfortunately, but it was nice to see Moxley and Kingston get their promo start. However, yeah, it didn't start out well. More like it starts right in the beginning of the match. In fact, this is the thing. They say they did better if it was just... They should have just made this a Falls Count Anywhere match, I think. Because really, if you added that stuff in, it would have been at least 10 minutes or so. Maybe a good 10 minutes and 13 minutes. Maybe 10 to 13 minutes. But yeah, they had Doc and Karl Anderson and Doc Gallows go ahead and beat the hell out of Kingston, stomping and choking him. And they hit the magic killer with Moxley on the floor. So yeah, that probably didn't help much. And Kingston is set to, in the mat. Kingston is beaten down and whatnot, and yeah, Doc knocks Mox down to the floor and chokes down Kingston some more. So far, the Good Brothers have been dominating this whole match since, well, yeah, but they're not doing so well. Like, I was actually predicting that this was gonna happen, but I kept thinking like, oh, maybe they'll do a 2-on-3 handicap match, like Rocket Sock versus Evolution at WrestleMania 20. Kingston and Moxley versus the Good Brothers and Kenny Omega. And I probably was just that guy who wanted that to happen. But yeah, I do still think Kingston's gonna fight Kenny Omega down the road for the world title. Well, before we get to Christian and Omega. But yeah, Moxley and Kingston go ahead and eventually turn the tide around in this battle. Oh, it's just so awesome, and they're just doing insane moves. And yeah, I think there was a botch where Moxley lands a weak suicide dive on Doc, though it could have been because, Moxley's kind of beaten down, so that probably didn't help. But eventually Moxley gets a quick inside cradle for the 1-2-3 as Doc and bounce out on the floor as Kingston gets sent to the barricade. Only for Moxley a quick inside cradle and gets the 1-2-3. But it's also the stuff that happens after the match that got really interesting. Because now they're pissed. The Good Brothers start beating up Moxley immediately after the bell rings and Kenny Omega comes out and he strolls like, you'll hear the battle cry. We're Don Callis and Omega has a chair. It looks like he's going to use the commentator's point paint that says, oh, he's going to use it on Mox, and only to just sit down in the middle of the ring and like, yes. He sits down in front of Mox and everything, being all stubborn and arrogant until Kingston knocks him out of the chair, gets taken down through a mat and takes a magic killer. Omega gets his chair back up and they put around Kingston's ankle. Karl goes up to the second rope and stomps down on it, pulverizing it. Omega yells like a madman at Kingston's face and boots him out of the ring. Omega then decides to get the chair around Mox's throat, ready to just crush his larynx and everything. The Young Bucks run down, telling Anderson to get down. Omega tries to get up to do it, but Matt gets in the way. And the Good Brothers and Omega are now having this infighting with the Young Bucks. And they're like, go on, do it, do the too sweet, do the too sweet, do the too sweet. Like, we did this a lot back in New Japan. And yeah, Matt and Nick says, no, we're not doing this. We've grown up a bit. And walk out of the ring. Omega spins Matt around, puts up the too sweet in his face, like, do it, or we will be destroying you. They start yelling at each other before Mox finally wakes and swings wildly with that chair as clearing out the ring. Kingston is demanding the doc and referee get him in the ring with Mox, but they won't let him go because, well, he's injured. Kingston finally claws his way in to talk with his friend as we cut to break, and the Young Bucks just walk out on Omega, and it was like, oh, shit. Oh man, this is not looking good for Omega since he's just now, losing everything around him due to his grab for power. And this doesn't help that earlier in the night, I believe, that week, let's see if I could find it. That the Young Bucks were also called out for their let me just double check if it was on. Oh yeah. Don Callis earlier in the night said that you're not really the same Young Bucks. Oh, you might have the titles, but you're not the same cutthroat guys that you used to be in Japan, and you're not like, and you've killed your careers letting others take over. And Callis mentions Omega, says he's way up high. Those two are down in the basement. That's why he doesn't pay attention to them now. Callis says that they are just another tag team in fancy tights that are living off their name, and then tells them to look in the mirror and ask themselves if they're really the same guys who dominated Japan. Much to their anger, and they were like, oh god, we're going to kill this guy, we're going to kill this guy, we're going to kill this guy, we're going to kill this guy. But sadly, it looks like something happened, but then, yeah, it turns out they were like, I'd rather die with integrity than go out being a villain. Then be hated by people because I was too busy trying to go through peer pressure. But then another thing happened on Being the Elite. Matt Hardy reveals to Matt and Nick that that was me who sent the text. That text that made you all pissed off at Hangman, and I stole his phone. Like, you're just so gullible, guys. And then Matt's like, then the Young Buck guy goes ahead, is all self-pitying himself, realizing what he's done, realizing that he's been played by people. Then he goes to see if he could talk to Hangman. Then he sees Hangman just partying it up with the Dark Order, and he just realizes it might be too late to fix that bridge. Then he just subsequently lets them enjoy their fun and just walks away all sad and everything. It's like, well, we got our tease for what's going to happen in the next couple of months, because now it's like the Young Bucks will have to choose. Do they side with Omega, or try to reconnect with Hangman? And yeah, this match was all right. It's just okay. It could have been. It really if they didn't have the lights out matches, they would have probably added the Falls Count Anywhere stipulation just to make this match work more, because Mox and Kingston would thrive more in the violence than the Good Brothers probably could, even though they're from Bullet Club, and they were really brutal in those days. But yeah, it was just a fun match. I enjoyed it for the most part. But to see this teasing now between that the Young Bucks were going ahead and separating from Omega, and all the drama going on with that, I just love it that this wasn't some Machiavellian schemer's evil plan to destroy the Elite. It's just multiple factors that led to the Elite's destruction. Cody Rhodes separating himself essentially and not really concentrating on what's going on over there anymore, thinking he's moved past it. The Young Bucks letting their arrogance and hatred for Hangman get the better of them, and Matt Hardy manipulating events and then just giving up afterwards, or only for his master plan to fail. And then the FTR helping and destroying the Elite. It's like the Elite broke up essentially not out of, and then just Kenny Omega's grab for power. Like, the Elite didn't break up due to like infighting or just one evil plan. It's more like, well, life sucks, and multiple people are exploiting us, so we're fucked. So yeah, it just feels right to me that they did it like that, instead of just having it like betrayal, like the Shield, and then we got all those reunions that really didn't help much. Like, it really should have stopped at one point, but like they were like milking it. So yeah, but this was a fun this was a fun match, and I did want to talk more about the storyline going on with being the Elite and the revelations that have been made about Hangman and the Young Bucks. It's going to be interesting how they follow through with all that in the coming months. But Kingston and Mox, they're not done, I don't believe. I'm pretty sure they're going to go after. I'm pretty sure Kingston's going to go after Omega's title down the road, probably heading into Double or Nothing. He just got to build up more wins in his win column. And then it's going to be interesting how the Young Bucks go into their title defense against Pac and Phoenix, because Pac has an ankle injury. No. But we still got Pentagon Jr., so the Freebird rule could go into effect. But now it's like, now they have this self-loathing complex, like what they did to Hangman and everything, and abandoned him and everything, when in reality it was just some asshole going ahead and doing it to them, making all these lies about him and everything. And then you're thinking, oh, they're gonna go through what Hangman went through because of that. They're gonna go through a self-loathing state where they're afraid to bond with people again, and then Hangman's probably gonna try and reach out to them because now it's like or the Young Bucks are gonna try to convince Hangman, like, dude, we fucked up, man, and it's gonna probably be a good story if they do it right. We'll have to see, but at this moment we just hope we'll see. But yeah, Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston had a okay match with the Good Brothers, hoping that if they do a true on 3 handicap match, it's probably much better than this. We'll have to see. Anyways, this was Neo Reality Entertainment, the WrestleVerse, presenting Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston versus the Good Brothers and subsequent other stuff. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, check out the content in the description below. I'll see y'all next time, and stay tuned for more. Peace.